million. Next drawings tomorrow. I'm Ben Thomas, AP News. Thanks for listening.
Wofford & Wofford Plumbing can solve all of your septic problems. They have an electric sewer machine and camera to help locate and solve septic problems. Plus, they can handle all new construction, residential, and commercial plumbing, as well as repairs. Wofford & Wofford Plumbing. Call the office at 729-0014, and they can get you taken care of.
Hi, I'm Chris Kerber.
And I'm Joey Vitale.
We invite you to be our guest this season as we bring you the exciting play-by-play action of the St. Louis Blues.
We'll tell you about every big save, bone-crushing hit, and every game-winning goal on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO in Salem, Missouri.
Your radio home for St. Louis Blues hockey.
At Country Mart in Salem, you'll find gluten-free, organic, and diabetic products. They also have fresh produce, quality meats, a bakery, and a full-service deli that serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Have you joined the Country Mart e-Club yet? You'll receive exclusive offers, weekly specials, and special sale items through your email. It's free to join, and for more information about the e-Club, go to www.tcmarkets.com. It's just another service from Country Mart in Salem.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Currently outside our studios, we have mostly cloudy skies. Winds out of the west-southwest at about 13 miles per hour. They do gust as high as 27 miles per hour. Our forecast for today indicates we'll continue to be mostly cloudy. Should have a high temperature near 48 degrees. Those westerly winds going to continue in the 13 to 16 mile per hour range with gusts as high as 27 miles per hour. Tonight, we expect widespread frost between 2 and 4 a.m. Skies will be mostly cloudy with a low around 26, and westerly winds will be 8 to 13 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow should be sunny with a high temperature reaching near 55 degrees. North winds will be 6 to 10 miles per hour, and our wind chill values early tomorrow morning will be as low as 17 degrees. Tomorrow night, widespread frost, mainly after midnight, with mostly clear skies and a low temperature around 29 degrees. North winds tomorrow night will be around 5 miles per hour, becoming light and variable. Thursday, we expect widespread frost, mainly before 8 a.m. We'll be sunny on Thursday with a high temperature near 64, and southwesterly winds will be 5 to 9 miles per hour. We expect mostly clear skies Thursday night, low around 39. Then Friday will be mostly sunny with a high near 71. Friday night, skies should be mostly clear with a low temperature around 48 degrees. Then we have mostly sunny skies in the forecast for Saturday with a very pleasant sounding 74 degrees. Saturday night will be partly cloudy with a low around 51. Then Sunday, partly sunny with a high near 75. Sunday night will be mostly cloudy with a low around 57 degrees, and Monday we have a chance of showers back in the forecast with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 81 degrees. That's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brown Fuel Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
The system isn't broken. The people are. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. It's hard to wrap my mind around all of these horrific events that are happening in the land of the free and the home of the brave. Certainly, murder, mayhem, and criminal activities have been part of life throughout history. But the deterioration of ethics, proliferating political polarization, and diminished social skills seem to have occurred overnight. I believe those who crafted our Constitution and laid out a plan for 3 branches to ensure the government is effective and the rights of the citizenry are protected did a stellar job. It's our own fault if we are so blinded by partisanship that we are incapable of electing the most competent men and women to leadership roles. It's our own fault that we are so afraid our children won't like us that we throw discipline out the door, expect teachers to raise them, but will not allow the school system to discipline them. I know there are many qualified leaders in our state legislatures and in the U.S. Congress, and many parents who make sure their children understand that there are consequences. Unfortunately, there are not enough of the right people in the right places. There are many good people afraid they might offend someone if they say or do something, so instead of saying or doing something, they stay home. Sound, practical judgment is often perceived as narrow-minded or old-fashioned, while suggestions for doing things differently is often met with suspicion and disregard. As an overall society, we're pretty messed up. Yet we are blessed beyond belief when you consider life outside of these United States. Our forefathers built a strong foundation, knowing we'd probably do everything we could to mess it up. The system isn't broken. We, the people, can do better. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
The Missouri Department of Agriculture wants you to know that black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations. Be sure you know the difference between the black vulture and the turkey vulture. Turkey vultures have white feathers across the entire length of their wingspan, while black vultures only have white feathers on the tips of their wings. Turkey vultures fly with their wings in more of a V formation, while black vultures hold their wings in a more straight horizontal formation. Mitigation resources for your farm can be found on MDA's website at agriculture.mo.gov. That's agriculture.mo.gov.
Get the equipment and trucks you need at Ritchie Brothers Great Plains Regional Event, March 27th and 28th. This is an online auction with inventory located in Minneapolis, Lincoln, and Odessa. Don't miss Ritchie Brothers Great Plains Regional Event on March 27th and 28th. For more details, visit rbauction.com.
It's 4 a.m. and you're sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. If you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The Cardinals magazine, the care and quality of its presentation, the thick paper, the glossy photographs, and photographs from Stan Musial to Lou Brock to Jim Edmonds to the present-day players, the Cardinal tradition, the history. It will put you right there in Busch Stadium behind home plate like no other magazine. And it's easy to start a subscription. Just call 314-345-9000 or visit cardinals.com/magazine.
Direct cash cattle trade is quiet and cash hogs are finding some support. Hello, I'm Megan Grebner with the Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity remains quiet. Bids and asking prices have yet to surface. Show lists this week are mixed, higher in Texas, but lower in Kansas, Nebraska, and Colorado. It's likely significant trade volume is going to hold out until at least midweek or later. Box beef is mixed at midday with light to moderate demand for solid offerings. Choice up 37 cents at $311.26. Select is $1.52 lower at $300.44. At the Callaway Livestock Center in Missouri, there was a light test of 400 to 500 pound steer calves, which sold with a lower undertone. Steers 500 to 700 pounds were steady. Steer 700 to 750 pounds were lightly tested. Steer 750 to 800 pounds were not well tested but sold with a firm to higher undertone. Feeder heifers 400 to 650 pounds were mostly steady on comparable sales. The USDA says demand was good on the long-time weaned calves and yearlings with supply moderate. Overall, the quality was not as deep as it has been in recent weeks on calves under 600 pounds. Medium and large one feeder steers 657 to 686 pounds brought 281 to 299.50. Feeder steers 752 to 798 pounds brought 255 to 262.50. Medium and large one feeder heifer 630 to 647 pounds brought 260 to 264.50. Cash hogs have no comparison at midday, but solid negotiated purchases. The cash hog market continues to find support as packers have been more aggressive in their procurement efforts. Demand for U.S. pork has been solid on the global market, and it's finding some strength domestically as well. All eyes are looking ahead to this week's quarterly hogs and pigs report, specifically paying attention to that breeding herd and probably watching production efficiency as well. Barrows and gilts at the National Daily Direct had a base range of $75 to $83 with a weighted average of $81.02. Prices at the regional direct markets were not reported due to confidentiality. Butcher hog prices at the Midwest cash markets are steady at midday at $60. At Illinois, slaughter saw prices were steady with moderate demand for moderate to heavy offerings at $50 to $62. Barrows and gilts were steady with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $43 to $53. And pork values were weak at midday, down 22 cents at $95.52. Bellies were sharply lower. Picnics, loins, ribs, and hams were higher. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations across Missouri. Missouri Department of Agriculture Director Chris Chin.
We are encouraging producers to keep your cattle up close where there's a lot of human activity, especially when you're calving. If you're looking for a depredation permit, we encourage you to reach out to the Missouri Farm Bureau. They're able to issue you a permit that will allow you to take up to 5 of the black vultures. We also are encouraging farmers and ranchers and producers to be reaching out to their University of Missouri Extension office. They have a lot of valuable resources to help you mitigate black vultures on your farm. We also have funds available at the Department of Agriculture to reimburse for necropsy results when the loss is determined to be by a black vulture. This determination has to come from a certified veterinarian or the U.S. Department of Agriculture Wildlife Services. You can find more information about black vultures on the Missouri Department of Agriculture website at agriculture.mo.gov.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Midge Davis of St. James passed away Saturday, March 23rd at the age of 94 years. Funeral services for Midge Davis will be Saturday, March 30th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at the St. James Chapel of James Gar Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends of Midge Davis will also be on Saturday prior to the service from 11 a.m. until service time at 1 o'clock. Entering will be at the Highgate Cemetery, Highgate, Missouri. Memorials are suggested to the First Baptist Church of St. James Funeral Dinner Fund or the St. James Caring Center. And all arrangements for Midge Davis of St. James are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of St. James. Anastasia Rose Welch, infant daughter of Tristan and Amanda, passed away Friday, March 15th in St. Louis. Memorial services for Anastasia Welch will be at 3 o'clock Saturday, March 30th at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends will also be on Saturday from 1 o'clock in the afternoon until service time at 3 o'clock. And all arrangements for Anastasia Rose Welch of Salem are under the direction and care of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Phyllis Irene Freeman, age 70 of Salem, passed away Wednesday, March 20th in St. James. Private family services will be held at a later date, and all arrangements for Phyllis Irene Freeman of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. An accident occurred Monday afternoon just past 2:45 in Franklin County on westbound I-44 at the 242-mile marker. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2007 Lexus RX 350 being driven by 63-year-old Amanda Irwin of Salem was stopped in the left-hand lane due to an accident that had occurred ahead. A 2024 Kenworth T680 being driven by Clifford Day of West Plains was unable to stop and struck the rear of the Lexus. Irwin suffered minor injuries and was taken by Merrimack Ambulance District to Mercy Hospital in Washington. Both drivers were wearing seat restraints at the time of the accident. The Kenworth sustained moderate damage and was towed from the scene by personal conveyance. The Lexus had minor damage but was able to be driven from the scene. The Denton County Health Center Board of Trustees held their regular meeting Thursday, March 21st. Administrator Zach Moser presented the Service and Statistics Report. In the Communicable Disease Report, he stated there were 16 COVID-19 cases reported, 34 lead cases, 21 screenings for sexually transmitted infections, 37 cases of influenza, and 2 animal bites. The environmental report by Assistant Administrator Roma Jones showed there were 11 total inspections conducted, 4 sewer complaints, and 10 environmental questions were fielded. A town hall meeting and informational sessions being planned to provide information and answer questions about the new Consumer Food Safety Regulation. The maternal child health, also referred to as MCH, statistics showed there was 1 CPR course, 2 consultations for child care health, 1 Show Me Healthy Women appointment, 27 Title X appointments, 5 presumptive eligibilities, that's temporary Medicaid, and 320 WIC appointments. The community-specific service summary showed 483 total appointments other than WIC, 169 nurse practitioner appointments, 85 treatment court visits, 200 lab appointments, and 29 immunization appointments. Nurse practitioner service details showed no Show Me Healthy Women appointments, 3 family plannings, 75 well child visits, 9 online appointments, 6 other physicals, 23 KSMO physicals, 9 other visits, and 114 acute illness appointments. Laboratory details show 219 individual patients, 19 appointments for rapid tests for COVID, flu, RSV, or strep, 2 pregnancy tests, and 2 lead tests. Immunizations for February total 7 for COVID-19, 2 for influenza, and 76 other vaccines, including the new RSV vaccine and new formulation of pneumonia vaccine. In the administrator's report, Moser reported that DHSS paid 2 months of WIC reimbursements in February. He said that an extension of adult immunization grant through DHSS and NACHO grant was awarded in the amount of $109,000, so an immunization RN position was posted. Moser said that due to a new program at the state level, Denton County Health Center will soon begin offering free hepatitis B and C testing. The Health Center financial reports for February, including the overall results from H&R Block, were reviewed. Discussion was held on the balance sheet, income statement, and budget statements. After these questions were answered, the financial reports and the report from H&R Block were approved. In new business, quotes for a respiratory testing analyzer were presented from Gene Expert and BioFire Spotfire. The board approved the BioFire Spotfire bid for $34,482.76. A quote from McKesson for a Binks IO analyzer for chlamydia and gonorrhea rapid testing for $11,500 was approved by the board. 2 quotes were considered for countertop autoclave devices, and the board approved the purchase of the automatic door autoclave for $8,039.56. Moser presented the personnel manual, which was being revised as part of the strategic plan and previously discussed needs. The changes were discussed line by line and were approved by the board. He presented the 2023 annual report, and it was approved by the board. Moser requested permission to dispose of some assets that were non-inventory assets, including a Xerox copier, medical freezer, and some chairs. The board approved disposal of the assets. No closed session was held, and the next regular meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Denton County Health Center was set for Thursday, April 18th at 5 p.m. The 9th Annual Veterans Affairs Day will be held April 26th from 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, sponsored by the American Legion Post number 99 and VFW Post 6280, located at 3422 Highway 32 West. The Affairs Day is where veterans can learn about the changes and requirements for them to get their benefits. Veterans can also enroll in VA health care, Veterans Affairs Day is an annual outreach to veterans of central rural Missouri in an attempt to provide easier access to VA services. It includes American Legion District 16 and VFW District 2, which includes the counties of Camden, Cole, Crawford, Dent, Howell, Laclede, Marys, Miller, Phelps, Osage, Pulaski, Reynolds, Shannon, Texas, and Wright counties. Representatives from the Department of Veteran Affairs will include enrollment and claims processing specialists from the Truman VA Hospital, as well as benefit advisors from the St. Louis VA Regional Office. The Columbia Veteran Center will have counselors and advisors on hand in their mobile unit. The Missouri Veterans Commission will also have service officers at the event, as well as Department of Education Veterans Employment Representative. They have also invited representatives from elected officials, including Congressman Jason Smith and U.S. Senator Josh Hawley. The event starts at 10 o'clock and a light lunch provided around noontime. It doesn't matter when you served. If you have questions, a claim, or need to enroll into VA healthcare system, please attend. Don't miss out on your hard-earned benefits. Call the American Legion Post number 99, VFW Post 6280 at 573-729-3710 for questions or to schedule private time with a counselor. With less than 3 weeks left until the total eclipse, Ozark National Scenic Riverways reminds visitors to finalize their plans and be prepared for crowds using local services. Now is probably the last chance to lock in reservations for the eclipse. Most national park campgrounds along the path are totally and fully booked. The Ozarks are no exception. Keep in mind that there will be no totality at or north of Pull Tight. Consult a map of the eclipse path before planning any activities for the day of the eclipse. Ozark National Scenic Riverways will host a viewing event at Big Spring from 10 until 4 with almost 4 minutes of totality and free eclipse glasses while supplies last. Camping reservations at ONSR's campgrounds are now full for the weekend of the eclipse through the park's first-come, first-served sites may be available. Though the park's first-come, first-served sites may be available. Those sites could start filling up as early as 2 weeks before the eclipse. There are first-come, first-served sites in the campgrounds at Big Spring, Alley Spring, Pull Tight, and Two Rivers. You can see the location and quantity of these sites on www.recreation.gov. Backcountry campgrounds also offer first-come, first-served sites. For more information on campgrounds within the park, visit our website at www.nps.gov/OZAR or call 573-323-4236. In addition to camping, anyone planning to float the river should finalize reservations as soon as possible. Staff is limited this time of year, meaning last-minute rentals might not be available. If camping, consider bringing water for your group. Water spigots will be available at developed campgrounds, but lines could be long. As always, be sure to bring proper containers for food and drinks. Coolers with ice are recommended, and food should be secured within a locked container or vehicle. Don't let your Sunday dinner get stolen by a raccoon. Finally, patience is a must for events of this size. Towns in the path of the eclipse will see thousands more people than usual, and heavy traffic is inevitable. There will also be heavier than normal usage on local cell phone networks, which could lead to diminished quality and availability of service. The total eclipse occurs around 1:55 p.m. To get the best spot for you and your car, plan to arrive in the morning. This will give you plenty of time to park or use the shuttle at the Big Spring Eclipse event stress-free. Once the total eclipse ends, there will be a rush for cars exiting the area. This will be the height of traffic for the day. To avoid headache of waiting in line, plan to wait it out. The park will be hosting booths and activities at Big Spring until 4 p.m. Bring a comfy camp chair, plenty of snacks, and something to keep busy while the cars exit the area. And that has been a look at local news that was brought to you by SBU's Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
What are your plans for the future? Do you need a boost to generate a new plan, or can't afford to go away to college, or your work schedule won't allow you to go? Let Southwest Baptist University Salem campus be the boost. SBU is committed to flexibility, expertise, and the state-of-the-art technology. We now offer 2 new associate's degrees in teaching and Christian ministries, along with master's degrees in education and business. For more information, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071. SBU Salem Campus is your higher education with Christian principles.
Hi, my name is Michelle Bland. I'm the new family nurse practitioner at SMDH Family Medicine. I will be providing family medical services for all ages. I'm now accepting new patients, so please call 729-8000 to make an appointment. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and all private and other insurances. Salem Memorial District Hospital, every patient, every encounter, every time.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can it keep me warm when I'm cold?
Wait, no, I'm always hot.
Sleep Number does that. The Climate 360 smart bed actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save $1,000 on our most popular Sleep Number smart bed and Saturday. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Missouri, Oklahoma, Kentucky, Illinois, Iowa, Tennessee, Arkansas, Indiana, and I can keep going on and on.
John, are you going through the 50 states?
No, Mike, he's giving us the states of the Cardinals radio network.
It's just amazing. We are heard just about everywhere across the Midwest.
For over 130 years, Cardinals baseball has been entertaining fans of all ages.
It's no different this year. We're bringing you all the hits, homers, strikeouts, and excitement right here on the Cardinals radio network powered by Graybar.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Baseball Tigers game with Owensville Monday afternoon was postponed due to rain and will be made up at a later date. The Tigers game at Licking today has also been postponed. No make-up date has yet been set. Salem's next scheduled game will be Thursday at 4:30 at home against Potosi. Salem will enter the game with a 3-1 record. The Salem Ladies Softball Tigers game against Potosi, scheduled for today at the Salem City Park, has been postponed due to wet grounds. The game will be rescheduled for a later date. The Lady Tigers are scheduled to play Steelville tomorrow at 4:30 at the Salem City Park. Salem High School's golf Salem Open today at Spring Creek Golf Club has been postponed due to wet grounds. The Salem tennis team will be at Houston today at 4 o'clock, and the Salem track teams will be at Cuba Relays today starting at 3:30. Jonathan Marshevsalt scored in overtime after Pavel Buknevich was stopped on a penalty shot to give the Vegas Golden Knights a 2-1 win over St. Louis Monday night. The Blues will play the Calgary Flames Thursday at 6:30 or right after Cardinal baseball on KSMO Radio. Wilson Contreras hit a 2-run homer, and St. Louis scored 3 runs in the 7th inning to beat the Chicago Cubs Monday 6-3. The two teams play again today in their final spring training warm-up. Kansas City beat the Northwest Arkansas Nationals 7-1 in their final spring training game. They will open the season against Minnesota Twins on Thursday. And that's been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. Mizzou softball steps out of SEC play for a while. They're out east, and they're playing Fordham and Hofstra later this afternoon. They'll travel to Virginia to play George Mason on Thursday and to Philly on Saturday to play Villanova. Mizzou baseball taking on the Illini today, just across the river in Illinois, and then they'll head to Vanderbilt for a 3-game series starting Thursday. The Tigers are 1-5 in SEC play. Cardinals and Cubs playing in Arizona again today. The Cardinals won 6-3 yesterday, thanks to former Cub Wilson Contreras.
Boss with the pitch, and there's a ball hit high, hit deep center field. That ball's going to go. That's a home run, a goner for Wilson Contreras, tying the game.
John Rooney. Dylan Carlson collided with Jordan Walker chasing down a fly ball. He hurt his shoulder. It's too early to tell how much time Carlson could miss, and the Cardinals are already short in the outfield with injuries to Tommy Edman and Lars Nootbaar. The Cardinals will start the season Thursday at L.A. The Royals beat their AA affiliate, Northwest Arkansas, 7-1. They're off now until their Thursday home opener against the Minnesota Twins, where Cole Reagans will get the opening day start. And good news for the rotation, Michael Wacha's x-rays fine after he took a line drive off his finger from Salvi Perez on Sunday in an inter-squad game. The Blues lost 2-1 to the Vegas Knights. They're now 5 behind Vegas for the final wildcard spot. Captain Braden Shen.
You don't want to come out of the game with being 1 point less than started, but the reality, they have a tough schedule too, and we feel good in our locker room right now, and obviously we're going to have to get some help along the way, but where our game's at right now, we feel like we're capable of grabbing 2 points each night.
ESPN reporting that Jonte Porter, the former Mizzou basketball player now with Toronto in the NBA, under investigation for betting irregularities in several games that involved prop bets around his individual stats. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net.
Missouri's black vulture numbers are increasing, and their aggressive nature can cause problems for livestock producers. If you suspect a black vulture problem on your farm, let the USDA and the Missouri Department of Agriculture help you. Reimbursement for necropsy and death loss is available to farmers if livestock loss is determined to have occurred because of black vultures. The black vulture remains a federally protected bird in the USA, so contact the USDA or Missouri Department of Agriculture for mitigation options. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov. That's agriculture.mo.gov.
In Iraq, our truck hit a roadside bomb. I had about 16 surgeries on my hand so that I could regain function. And when I came home, I needed a new roof due to a storm. And I was about to lose homeowners insurance as well. I applied for Operation Homefront Critical Financial Assistance Program. And it's good to know that when we come home, there are people who are there that care about us. Operation Homefront, they've really been a blessing.
Visit OperationHomefront.org to learn more.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Stop by K&H Auto Supply where you'll find these great deals. Windex windshield washer fluid 2 for $11. Blue Devil radiator flush for $6.99 for the 32-ounce size. And Blue Devil hard gasket seal for $49.99 for the 32-ounce size. K&H Auto Supply is your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Get the equipment and trucks you need at Ritchie Brothers Great Plains Regional Event, March 27th and 28th. This is an online auction with inventory located in Minneapolis, Lincoln, and Odessa. Don't miss Ritchie Brothers Great Plains Regional Event on March 27th and 28th. For more details, visit rbauction.com.
It's 4 a.m. and you're sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. If you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Stay right here on KSMO Radio. We've got Missouri Net News coming up shortly. And then after the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's got to be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Baseball is a game of agility, power, and speed. That combination provides wonderful moments all season long.
Every hit, every home run, and every pitch. It all matters in a long season. Any moment could be the next moment that you don't want to miss.
I love bringing those moments to life for our listeners right here on the Cardinals Radio Network.
And I love how it sounds on the radio. Don't miss any of the action.
St. Louis Cardinals Baseball. Cardinal Baseball on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO.
This is Bill Wise with the latest Appetite for Pork report. Today I'm talking with Dr. David Newman, Senior Vice President of Market Growth at National Pork Board, about how your pork checkoff dollars are working to bring more U.S. pork to tables around the world. Dr. Newman, pork producers are bracing for another down year. What has the pork checkoff been doing to help stabilize, even grow, demand?
We export about 30% of our total production in the United States. And that number has grown for a very long time. But that still means we have 70% of our production domestic. This focus on stabilizing domestic demand, that's really important to us. So speaking internationally, we partner with U.S. Meat Export Federation in our international efforts. And that's a really great example of something that we do to drive demand around the world.
Thanks again, David, for talking with us today about how the pork checkoff is building a bigger appetite for U.S. pork. You can find out more information at porkcheckoff.org/radio.
Missouri Net News. I'm Dale Forbes. A Republican senator wants Missouri to address teacher recruitment, retention, and salaries. The legislation from Rusty Black would create the Teacher Baseline Salary Grant Program, which focuses on improving teacher pay. One provision would increase the minimum teacher salary from the current base minimum of $25,000 to $38,000.
The minimum salary part is an important issue. You know, it gets a tremendous amount of press. Probably if we go in and dig, there's different places in the state, certainly suburban areas where minimum salary is not the discussion within the school district, causing teachers to leave a school district, but for sure in many rural parts of the state.
Another provision would create a scholarship program that would encourage aspiring teachers to go to school to enter the education profession. It's part of legislation that was added to a wide-ranging education package passed by the Missouri Senate. This is Missouri Net.